Like 4 jugs of it. Yeah.
4 jugs. Yeah, that's the word. 4 jugs
Yeah.
of it. Like they were like,
I mean, I can get some shit. I like understand stuff like that, but the shit I'm talking about, a lot of people just steal it and then they go resell it.
yeah, that's bad, man. This is off camera.
We're off camera, but
We're
we're,
live.
we're live now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I need to get my.
This is gonna be a banger, isn't it, Sean?
It's a banger.
I mean, let me just go ahead and catch up, dude. We don't have a lighter or nothing.
I got you, man. Gotcha. So this is a special one here.
Sunday special.
Sunday special. Usually our recent go to has been
Fridays.
Fridays, but not smoking after or like towards the end of it. But I think it.
Uh,
I think that, no, that'd be fun because I'm kind of.
just gonna.
No, you gotta catch up, man. It's all good, man. Kind of like I don't know with the. Ooh, wait. I feel like the first hit after it's sitting out for a while is. Oh no. Episode 72.
Oh, cool, bro.
Already off the rails.
I'm fucking dead, bro. 72. We're just gonna full send this one, man.
Full send on the 72.
We're going live. Bring us in.
Hell yeah. Shit, tears are rolling down my face. Episode 72. Smoke Circle Pod.
Off to a good start, everybody. Appreciate that.
Only one way to do it here, you know? It's been I can't. Sorry, I was gonna get teary eyed. I was just.
It's okay, man. Let it out. That's what we're
Let
here
it
for.
out, man. I think it's therapeutic to one to cry and then one to laugh, right? Like so, like one thing obviously is laughing, like what I just did, right? Then another release would be crying, and then another release is just honestly just being authentic. Masturbation. Straight through. Being your own.
We're off the rocker already, man.
Off the rocker, you know what I'm saying? But just being in tune with your own shit, really, honestly. If you're just like in tune with your own shit, then, you know.
It's funny you say that.
Life.
We'll just take it real deep, real fast. We're gonna be all over the place. But you said crying. And there's so many people like for men especially.
It's a stigma.
It is, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm man enough to admit that I cry.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes like it just like you just need that shit sometimes.
You do.
Doesn't make me any less.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
But like sometimes it's just like that's the emotion that needs to come out.
And through that machismo culture really that we live in, you know, guys are supposed to be like big you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You know, it's not healthy.
I hear this preached sometimes from other guys is that like crying in front of your woman will make her never look at you the same. And I'm like, I don't fucking really believe that.
You must not have like a good woman in your corner, honestly. If it was
that's not a ride or die person.
No.
If they're gonna just judge you and they're gonna look at you as less because you expressed yourself to them, that's the person. I feel like that. If that's anybody that's gonna happen to, I feel like that's the person that it should happen with, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just like hurt people spewing hurtful things. Really, like just you know, trauma-based people are gonna spew their toxicity. Really, like a lot of ways. Those when you say, "Oh, your woman would look down upon you if you cry," that's not a good woman. That's not a good person to have. Honestly, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just been normalized too. It just and that's why the relationships don't work because
which I don't think. Well, I mean, let me clarify. I'm talking about like a hurt, like a hurt cry. I'm talking like something where you're hurting, not
exactly.
Not this everyday crying.
Mm-hmm.
If you're somebody that's crying every day about every little thing, you're kind of just a bitch.
Then you're whining. That's called whining.
Yeah,
There's a separation between whining and then true, authentic release of crying, right? A cry is a lot different than whining, you know? Whining is just complaining, really. crying is through grief or um sorrow or so
Yeah,
grief
for sure.
grief, or it doesn't have to always be grief, but
No, it doesn't.
sadness.
I was talking to my wife the other day. We were talking. I don't remember where we were going with this, but I can go to a really dark place really quick. I think a lot of guys can, especially when I'm thinking about my daughter. There's like I have to just be careful
No,
because I can just go off the rails real quick. Like if something happened to her, somebody did something to her,
yeah,
and I see this stuff now. And boy, it's a completely different light when you're seeing it and you have a baby, right? Like when you have that little life that you're in charge of, and you're bonding with it, and then you're like, man, I see these horror stories of people doing this awful shit to kids.
oh, it's
There's no fucking way I wouldn't go off my fucking rails
yeah.
real fast, real fast, real bad too. Like,
I can definitely see that, right? And I really
Mhm.
definitely do resonate with that. I can never. I mean, and I can't imagine that without having a daughter, right, or having a child. But I could, yeah,
you can get like you can
yeah,
feel it, but
with your kids. I think the thing we're talking about earlier today was, or I was talking with someone about was like forgiveness,
Mhm.
and like forgiveness. And I was just thinking like, what would be the worst thing? It's funny that you actually brought that up. I was like, what would be the worst thing that would happen, right? Because for me, I'm a very forgiving person, and
same.
I can forgive somebody if like you're being
I
mean.
think it's done, brother.
Okay,
You just put that
I could be forgiving somebody if they have an attitude with me, or
wrongdoing,
yeah,
you
exactly.
cost you or something the wrong way.
Exactly. But if I think about like the worst thing that could happen to me, right? Or like I would say like, oh, someone like murdering my family or something like this. Just
Unforgivable. I,
unforg
going to a dark place, Sean. That would send me real fast.
And I don't blame you. I do not want I don't blame you, honestly. And with your family it's a little bit different. I can imagine that. Really, I'm not saying, and I was saying like I can never say anything. I would like to say I would forgive this person within a year. That was like kind of my summary, but I can never say any I feel would do this or that if I wasn't in that position. That's something like you would have to go and like knock on wood, but like
You you
to
would have to
experience,
go through that experience
to like speak upon it really. So I feel a bit weird speaking upon that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But I can't. It would.
So I think we can agree as like the majority of people would agree that like doing things to like children are very innocent. They have
Exactly.
the world has no
Exactly.
uh push no views or anything upon them. They're just